So for now I'm just gonna wait a couple of seconds for the first people to come in, so I don't just talk to myself. In the meantime, I've got 3 more followers, if I'm saying this correctly. That would be Bojas L Max, C Other Team 6, and AK underline Gupta, I think. Like that's on Twitch, and I think there was also someone on YouTube. Just give me a moment. Right, Master Wolf and Cyrus Dreyfus. Dreyfus depends. Anyway, it's been a bit over a week, almost 2 weeks I think, since I last streamed. And just for a short recap, Ilinia and Elissa managed to destroy Zangor, at least so far we know, and then they left Irdia for Ifia, I think. So, but the story wasn't just about those 2 people, about those 2 guardians. So now it's after the storm, and we pick up the threads of the other people, or at least of one of them. I think 3 people is enough to start. Let's go. Episode 3, Scenario 11, After the Storm. And hi, Icky Toad. Rise up, Ilinia Fanadari, guardian of Earth. You and the heirs of the first guardian of darkness have much work left to do. Ilinia, I'm here. Have I mentioned yet how much I despise you? Dear Anya, I'm sure that by the time you find the glyph containing this encoded message, you will have won the battle on the surface and proven yourself worthy of your title as the Lost Guardian of Darkness on Earlier. I'm also certain that Aegir will have finally revealed to you the destiny that was laid for me by the will of our creators. You will surely know by then as well what Uriah's plan entails for all of us. As Eloran said, Earlier is not the only world at peril. There are many other worlds like ours, which will be similarly wiped from existence if Uriah gets hold of the body of the Union and the seed of life on Ifia. Our mission is to stop Uriah at all costs. We know that not all of the worlds seeded to have a guardian have reached maturity yet. We know that Ifia might not have its own guardian of life yet, but it is our hope that we might be able to find her before Uriah herself does, and ensure that we have a chance to stop her somehow. We know that the guardian of water from Norzula has arrived there, and may have already seized its seed. Our main concern for the moment is finding the real heroes of Uriah on Ifia and the body of the Union. Unfortunately for us, we do not know much about Ifia or where to begin our search. Sitting idly here on Earlier would not accomplish anything for the continuance of our existence. According to Elissa and the Guardian of Earth on Celida, my work here is complete. Earlier has slowly come back to life over the last few centuries, a feat which would have been impossible without my presence. I've seen both life and destruction take place since I was woken up from my slumber. Darkness has been an opposing force for very long, but as Markesha, Enlinde and Elissa herself have proved to me, It can also be revitalizing for a world that needs the means to protect itself from two scorching suns and the malignant forces that broke the previous balance. The impenetrable darkness currently shrouding Erdia protects it from the gaze of the seer of Uria. But if it lasts for too long, all life on Erdia will end as well. While Alyssa was previously responsible for this barrier within the frontiers of the Chaos Empire, the power that recently extended it far and beyond is not hers. It is yours. I never got a chance to speak to you about these matters because of how distant I became ever since I had to kill Argen. I thought that opening up and letting others into my life could only cause more harm to them. But I finally realized that this did not solve anything. By isolating myself from the world, I only made things worse for everyone, something which even Alyssa could see. Perhaps she understood this better than I because of our shared curse, or maybe it was something she learned while under Argen's protection. Then again, it also appears to be natural for Guardians of Darkness to see through that invisible veil that conceals people's fragile minds. And you are a Guardian of Darkness too. The power to peer into my feelings is a part of yourself, and you were unconsciously making use of it all along. All this time you tried to reach me, and I would not let you in. But now it is all clear. I am sorry, Anya. I'm sorry for not realizing any of this before. I should have let you reach into my heart. We should have done this together like you wanted. Even though things did not turn out as either of us hoped, you were a good friend. A better friend than I deserved, perhaps. There are so many things you do not know yet, Anya. I am no one to decide your fate for you, Anya, but the first thing you must do is to come at peace with your feelings and end the night. And once you have made a decision, you must ensure that the breach remains well guarded and protected. We do not know how to seal it yet, but if we can defeat Uria, we will surely find a way to undo the damage she has caused on Ildia and Overtar over the years. And then I will return and keep the promise I made to you. Goodbye, my friend. Trust your heart. Okay. Okay, I was a bit premature, but... So story and programming was by Shadow Iridesir, also known as Shadow, as Iris Morel. Also the map design, everything was done by her. Then there's main playtesting, Voltras, Esperon, Iris of course. Proofreading, Voltras again, Nemara, Esperon and 8680. And the sprites were done by Iris as well, at least the main units. Main portrait art on the other hand was done by Kitty and Sleepwalker. Additional artworks, Artistic Dude, Plarumaran, Voltras, Dophos and Lord Bob. Eternal Evil Last, Fnuance, GK3 and Frime. Irreverent Eleazar, Zookeeper, Muscat Equid, Neo Rise is Good. Shadow or Wayfarer, Tiled, Jedril, Megain and Quellion. Shield, Neoskill, Vilnd and Zero Virus. Then the Require faction itself, Wayfarer Shadow and Boom Bada Boom Doom. Then there's the music. I'm not gonna read that part out because it's a bit much and too fast. Nonetheless, there were a lot of people. And a lot of music, of course. Like, Iris put quite a bit of care into choosing the music for each scenario. Word record, yes, there is a point why I'm waiting this. So, translation, Kabucha, Nifrenchi and Red Army. Then additional thanks. I'm just gonna read the people that were not listed before. AA, Nogyar, Mythological, Darkrock, Evil Shanta, Pillager, Mr. Fuzzy, Inky of course, Kitty, me, that's Konwachu, Layla, Lily, Matsk and Mika, Nemara again, Mistbinder, Southern Oracle, Looney Cyborg and one more, and then Turik and Zoltik. I think more thanks, and of course thanks for playing. But so first of all, that was not the standard way a campaign ends. Yeah, Inky, you just made it for the end of the stream, because we had the whole this is the end of the campaign stuff and thanks and everything, but there's a Destiny Part 3 and then scenario 12. That's also gonna be a story scenario, and I'm gonna take a break for that one, like 5 minutes I think. Drink something because it's also a story scenario, so it's gonna take a while to it's gonna take a lot of reading. So yeah, I'm taking a 10-minute break and I'll be back. Before I go, while I was reading out the previous scenario, 4 gators followed me as well, so thanks for that. Anyway, short break, 5 to 10 minutes. I admit I did not expect this readout scenario to be so quick, because I actually forgot it's in there. Anyway, see you in a moment. I'm ending the stream and I'm back in a moment. And hi, Inky.